All right, so now we're going to build set 7313 Red Planet Protector. And this is by far my favorite set. The coolest mech. Also the mech that's in Lego Racers 2, so if that means anything to anybody. Very cool mech. And as you can see, we got quite a few bags of stuff here. So let's get all this dumped out. Looks like there's a minifigure in here, and there's also parts for a minifigure in here as well. Let's see if we can just build this real quick here. There we go. Arm's a little loose. It's okay. Another minifigure. Oh, look at the pile. Oh my goodness. This is a crazy pile. Wow. We can spread stuff over here, kind of make some room for myself. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we do, that's 5. So if we do 3 at a time, we should be good to go. Let's do that. All right. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. This is gonna be fun. What's going on, Lego fans? This is Medallion, and today we are talking about my very much favorite Lego Life on Mars set, which is the Red Planet Protector. Now, the Red Planet Protector, I was first introduced to it in Lego Racers 2, where there was the Life on Mars land, and the final boss was Regal driving the Red Planet Protector. And so that's where I first got introduced to it, and it quickly became super cool to me. I was like, oh, that's the awesomest. So when I finally got this set, I had to get a few more because, like I said, it was just the coolest thing ever. But this set has a lot packed into it, which makes it so cool. First of all, it's got the classic Lego Life on Mars modularity. You can pop the top off here. There's different segments that you can pop off these fans on the side, so I'll just do that right now. And then these feet also pop off like that. So I'll do that in a minute, but let's see. Okay, let's take the sides off, put the top back on. And then you can pull this little piece up here, this little hinge piece, pop off these things at the top, and stick these on. That is so cool. It has little fans, and then you can just pop the top off again, and it can be like a little flying thing. You can also, like I said before, you can pull off these legs here. There we go. And you'll notice that it has the 2 Technic pinholes. So you can stick it in here like this and create the alternate build, which is a flying spaceship type of thing. So it's got that cool modularity to it, which just makes it so much fun. But actually, let me just leave that on for now. Take the foot off real quick and put it back together. Okay, so here we go again. Like I said, very cool, very modular. And of course, the legs bend. You can have the different setups. So, for instance, if I wanted to make it stick out a little bit more, I could do this, bend that back, and spread out the legs a little bit more to keep it balanced. And bam, there we go. Very cool, very modular. It's got the cool hoses in the back. Just looks so super cool. The one problem with it is it's really topsy-turvy. You can't just stick the legs out in front because look what will happen. It's just going to collapse. You have to spread the legs out quite a bit. And if you're especially doing it on anything like carpet or anything, you have to spread them out even more, which makes it look kind of goofy. And so that's the main problem with it. It's actually pretty sturdy and strong. Like the pieces aren't just going to like pop off or anything like that. I mean, the hoses in the back are a little flimsy, that like they can come off the bricks there, but for the most part, the main problem is just that it's kind of top heavy and it's gonna tip over. But otherwise, it's a pretty good intro to mechs, and a lot of the modern Lego sets that we are seeing now are so well put together that they don't really have the same problem. But as you can see, they're kind of experimenting, and I just love how they add the modularity to it to make it kind of fun. I feel like that's the whole thing about Lego, is not only that you can add on bricks and change bricks, but you can also change parts of the build really easily to make it more fun. Now, another thing that I'll say about this Red Planet Protector is that there are two different versions of it. So I actually have the two different instruction manuals here. Near the beginning of the instruction manual, you'll see there's this 1x2 brick that has these two Technic pins sticking out the back, and it's blue. On this instruction manual, turn page. On this instruction manual, it's dark gray. Same piece, just dark gray. And if we move to near the end of the instruction booklet, for the two pieces that connect the feet from the legs, once again, it's a 1x2 brick with the two pins and it's dark gray. But if we come over here, look at that. It's blue. And I'm not exactly sure which version came out first. The instruction number on this one is 4160158. And then if we look over here, the instruction number is 4130808. So what I would assume that the dark gray was the first version and then the blue was the second version, but I have no way of confirming that. So I don't know if that's true or not. But anyways, two different versions, which is very strange. Certainly not a common occurrence, but this happened twice, as far as I'm aware, in the LEGO Life on Mars theme. The other set being the Aero Tube Hanger, that had actually three different versions of the instruction manuals, and I believe at least two different versions of the set. So, very interesting to say the least. Well, that's all I really wanted to say about the Red Planet Protector. Still one of my favorite builds in Life on Mars. I'm going to quickly interrupt here. This is future editor Medallion. As I was editing this video, I realized that this was kind of confusing, and I'm sorry for spending so much time on this, but I thought it was just super interesting. So basically what there is that there was two versions of this set. The first one I'm going to call the 413 wave, and the second I'm going to call the 416 wave. So the 416 wave, by its instruction number, that's the first three digits of its instruction number, I believe was the second wave, and then the 413 was the first wave. The 413 uses the gray 1x2 brick with the two pins on it, and then the 416 wave uses the blue one. Now, this is also identical to the Aero Tube Hanger, which had a similar switch up in the middle and has two different versions. And it went from using the shortened sand purple Aero Tube connectors to the longer ones. And it also was a 413 instruction manual number to a 416 instruction manual. So essentially what happened is that they switched from using dark gray to blue. They didn't actually change the pictures on the front of the instructions or the box or anything. So those still show the gray 1x2 brick with the two pins on it because that was the original version. But the actual steps in the instruction booklet do show the blue brick there. This also holds true for the Aero Tube Hanger, which on the front of the box and the instructions and everything like that, it's using the original one, which was the short sand purple connectors. But then in the instructions, depending on which instructions you have, obviously which version of the set, it'll show you the longer ones versus the shorter ones. Interestingly enough, I have like a lot of these Red Planet protectors, but almost all of them are the original version. So the version with the dark gray brick with the 2-pin connectors. And that's different from the Aero 2 hanger, which almost all of mine are the later version, which the longer sand purple connectors. So it's kind of strange. I'm not sure why that exactly is, if there's something to that, or if that's just coincidentally how it kind of happened. But yeah, I hope that kind of clears up the different versions of the set.